I'm Matt Kramer, and I'm with Oz Clarke and Kevin Zraly.
Cheers.
And we are here drinking and talking about Italian wine.
Today I say that the Italian wines are some of the best in the world and only getting better.
I would toss out something, and
Okay.
you can toss it right back if you want. I would submit that the most distinctive, in the best sense of that phrase, the most distinctive wines in the world today are Italian.
I would probably toss it back in your face because the distinctiveness. I actually think that you could put 10 countries down and say the most distinctive. But I would actually say if you're talking about the widest variety of flavors, modern Italy is doing remarkable things. When you go right from the Dolomites in the top, virtually in Austria, to Sicily, Sicily is actually south of Tunisia, south of the top bit of Africa there. You've got an enormous range of possibilities. You've got so many great varieties that nobody knows how many there are, but I'm sure there are more than any other country.
Well,
I know that,
I've heard over 2,000 indigenous grapes.
Yeah.
Grapes like these,
And
I've
that's
never
what's-
heard of.
That's why I'm saying they make the most distinctive wines in the world. Nobody makes Nebbiolo. People have tried with Sangiovese, and nobody has really been successful except the Italians. Garganega, forget it. Nobody makes Garganega except in Suave.
But
These are wines of great distinction.
But Matt, what's lovely now is these are actually ones that, certainly with these red wines here, they have been trying to excel for some considerable time.
Yes.
What I'd like to put forward is that there's a whole new range of wines coming forward from old grape varieties, from wines that they've been there for hundreds, if not thousands of years. In red wines, you start saying, well, what about something like Primitivo? Or what about something like Negro Amaro? You get those, and they're
Aglianico,
affordable from down in the south. Nero d'Avola. Remember the name, Nero d'Avola.
Bravo, signore. Nero d'Avola.
Well, you and your French accent, I thought I'd have a go at the Italian, but I'm sure my R is no good. Do you know I gave up opera singing because I couldn't do an Italian R properly.
You couldn't roll the R?
I couldn't roll my R properly.
So you can't speak Spanish either. You
No,
can't,
but
you can't say gatto e perro.
gatto in burro.
There you are. What's
That's
wrong
the
with
wrong.
that?
It's the wrong roll.
It's
the wrong roll. Yeah,
You're right.
it's
Well, back to Italy. I mean, in the old days, as a teacher, it was Tuscany, it was Piedmonte, it was Veneto. Now it's all 20 wine regions, and I think that that's the whole point here right now. You can go down to Sicily and have some great wines in Sicily. You can go up to into the Alto Adige and have some great white wines as well as some even red stuff that's happening there.
That's true, because I think looking at this, we've got 4 red wines and 1 white wine.
True.
I think if we looked 5 to 10 years down in the future, we'd have them divided half and half. Because one of the most exciting things that's happening in Italian wines now is all those Italian white grapes that have been around forever, and which just people said, oh, we'll just make a little bit of white to go with the Fruto Misto, but it's not serious. People are now realizing if you put modern winemaking ideas, and if you have a vision of flavor, which they never had for their white wines,
No.
Italy is.
It was there to take out red wine stains.
They had to take out red wine stains, and because it went better with the calamari. End of story. Now, a Falangina, Fiano, Catarato, Friato, whatever it's called, was that Frito Misto Arto?
Frito Misto, yes,
Arto,
famous
Grilli,
white grape, Frito
Radicchio, Garganega, loads more. I just think what's happening in Italian white wines is one of the most thrilling things in the whole world of wine.
You're in a restaurant, either of you both.
That's the problem.
You're in a restaurant. I'll say that when I'm in a restaurant, unless it has a remarkable wine list with a great specialization in something, I will almost invariably go to the Italian section of the list, and I will usually choose an Italian wine for 2 reasons. One, because there's great distinction, especially among the reds, and 2, they tend, not always, but they tend to be less expensive.
I will go to that, and I'll go specifically, just to cut to the chase here right now, to Tuscany. I know I said 20 regions, but again, everything you just said, I feel overwhelmed. And in a retail store, if you don't go to an Italian store, a store that specializes in Italian wines, you're going to get lost. I'm saying the safest bet for any consumer out there right now is Tuscany. And we talk about things like Brunello di Montalcino. We can get a Rosso di Montalcino.
Yes.
Or Vino Nobile di Montepulciano. You can get all those wines at a really, really good price. That's unless you know that this Italian restaurant specializes, I got to be careful.
Because I wouldn't go to Italy In a typical restaurant, I would not go to Italian wine first.
Because?
Because I think too many of them will be still, even now, relatively dry, relatively lean, relatively difficult to approach. The area I would go to in Italy would be Sicily. I think Sicily really is one of the great future vineyard areas of the world, red and white.
Well, it's certainly coming on strong. I was there this past October, and it's astonishing what's happening in Sicily. And the reason that your statement is certainly absolutely accurate is because of plantings at higher elevations. And it's something we don't tend to think about, that Sicily, of course, has big mountain there, Mount Etna. And I mean, I was there in October and it was snowing on Mount Etna. And I thought, wow, what happened to sunny Sicily here? And the answer is that they're really changing where things are getting planted. For me, just to wrap it up, as I said earlier, not only is there a great distinction about Italian wines, but of course, the rarest phrase in the United States is new French restaurant. All restaurants, regardless of what they're called in the United States, are now Italian. And we are now seeing more Italian wine lists, a greater array of Italian wines than certainly we've ever seen before. Interestingly enough, if you really want to taste the finest wines of Italy, you have to come to the United States to do it.
That's true.
But also, and I'm sorry we don't have time, but the food.
Yes,
To me,
well,
Italy.
famous.
I don't go to Italy just for the wine.
No.
I'm going for the people.
What
I'm
about
going
the
for
women?
I know. I'm married an Italian. I got 3 bambinos. I got 1 bambina, and I got an Italian mother-in-law. I'm finished. So it really comes down to I'm going there for the food, the water, the mountains, the people. That's what I'm doing.
We need to take you out more.
I think so. But in the meantime, we'll drink today.
Okay. To
Wonderful
Italian
to see
wine.
the two of you.
Thank you, man.
Ciao belli.
Is it?